I don't know if it is. So it was
whether it. Okay, so
Your Honor, the state can enter stipulation that we weren't referencing any. We, as the state of Georgia.
okay, that is not a reference to. If you would prefer that.
I don't know what the poster is referencing.
I don't honestly really care what the poster was referencing. What I'm trying to do is fix your sloppiness so that everybody won't have wasted, 10, 12 months of their lives in this trial.
County judge canceled court for the day in the ongoing YSL racketeering trial as she considers declaring a mistrial. This comes after another misstep in court yesterday by prosecutors. Fox 5's Eric Perry is live outside the Fulton County Courthouse with the latest on this case. Eric.
Yeah, this case for the past 10, 11 months here. So while Superior Court Judge Paige Whitaker considers a mistrial in this case, I'm told defense attorneys here are possibly talking with District Attorney Fani Willis for potential plea deals. I talked with longtime Atlanta attorney Joshua Schiffer about the roller coaster of problems the trial has seen, from illnesses to attorneys and jurors being arrested, defendants stabbed, and even a judge being removed.
Now let's break this down, what's really going on behind the scenes as the judge ended up canceling court for Thursday to think about declaring this a mistrial, right? Now she really canceled court for the day so she can have a sit down with Fani Willis. And that conversation going like this, right? Look, Miss Willis, the sloppiness of this prosecution team is putting my reputation on the line. The defense is wiping the floor with the prosecution. And it's getting to the point where I'm looking crooked. The whole judicial system is looking suspect right about now. Either you're going to have to work out some kind of deal for Young Thug and his co-defendants, or I'm going to declare this whole thing a mistrial, straight up. Now, you already promised and guaranteed a conviction, and I understand all that. So making a deal will still end up keeping you word, Miss Willis. But I can no longer carry this trial with a biased ruling. Your prosecutors are feeling untitled, and the cattiness is becoming too much for me. So, Miss Willis, man, you got a decision to make, or I'm going to make it for you, straight up. Your prosecutors, man, they ain't been taking the time to prep the witnesses. A lot of underhanded, unethical moves are constantly being made in front of the jurors, and it's looking intentional. And now as the judge of this trial, I'm looking crazy. Now, I end up seeing Fani Willis reaching out to the feds and making sure they pick them gun charges up of them guns that they found when they ended up raiding and arresting Young Thug, right? I see her end up reaching out to the feds to see what's going on with that before she cut a deal. And I say that, right, because I seen Whack 100 speak on the difficulties of them trying to charge Young Thug and YSL again with RICO charges, and I agree. I want y'all to check out this video of Whack giving his perspective, and we coming right back. Because either way, Fani Willis and the prosecution, they need to save face.
I really believe if it's a mistrial or something, when they double back, they won't be able to come with the RICO. I don't think that the head DA give them the RICO, the RICO shit again. I don't think they'll let him charge him again. You gotta remember, Woody and all them niggas was a big factor in them presenting this shit saying we got this witness, that witness, this witness, that witness.
Now I fully agree with Whack 100, 100%, straight up. Even though they won't be able to have enough evidence for a RICO, so if it do end up going that way, even the feds, I don't think, will try Young Thug and YSL co-defendants in a RICO case again. Just off the strength that the RICO was built off of the witnesses. And it's looking like the witnesses ain't cooperating like they want them to. So it wouldn't be no point in a RICO charge. So if it do go that route, it can go in Young Thug's favor, that route, right? But me personally, if I'm in this situation and I'm looking at all these different outcomes of this and that, if I'm Young Thug, even though it's looking like it's about to be a mistrial or it's going to be some kind of deal, if I'm Young Thug, I don't want no mistrial. And it's looking like Brian still don't want a mistrial either, for real. Because right now, the defense has been wiping the floor, spanking the prosecution, man. Giving them a lesson. They gonna, after this trial, man, they gonna study Brian Steele and them's, you know what I'm saying? They gonna study all their moves and take that later on, because they've been giving them real lessons one-on-one on real spankings. And that's a fact. So if I'm Young Thug, I don't want it to be a mistrial. I want to continue this and let the jury find him not guilty, man. So he can't be tried on this again. Because if he get found not guilty, and it's looking like what the RICO was built off of, which was the witnesses cooperating, the witnesses are no longer will be cooperating, you won't have to deal with a RICO from the feds. It's a 90% chance that the feds ain't going to be trying to come at Young Thug or the YSL co-defendants with a RICO. So if I'm Young Thug, I want to go ahead and take this all away and get found not guilty. You know what I'm saying? And see whatever they got in store as far as with them guns that they found in the house when they raided the crib. Other than that, I don't want to do a mistrial, because the judge, if she do give a mistrial, she giving it without prejudice, which means that they can try this again, which means you got to hope for a bond, which they more than likely ain't going to give him, because they so mad right now how crazy they looking. And it's obvious that all the judges in Atlanta is under Fani Willis's watch and her say so. So he going to have to sit in the county another year and some change, and waiting for another trial to get started. So me personally, if I was Young Thug, let's keep this show rolling. Because if they, like I said, if they make this a mistrial, it's going to be without prejudice, and he going to have to sit for another year just to get this back rolling again. Even though if they do label this a mistrial, he got just as good a chance of beating it a year or two from now, because they don't got the star witnesses cooperating like they wanted them to. So, either way, it's looking in Thug's favor. But me personally, if I want to get back out in the streets and, whatever is waiting, whatever fate is waiting on me, if I'm Young Thug, I want to go ahead and just get it on the road right now. Starting with beating this case, and then seeing what the feds is trying to do far as with them guns, because it's a reason they didn't put them guns that they found in that indictment. So we going to see from there. But anyway, I predict it's going to be a mistrial. Honestly, me personally, I hope it ain't, so Young Thug can beat this. And it ain't about if he guilty or not. It's about how the railroad tactics that they use, man. And that's what I can't get down with. But anyway, this Bezo. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe. Peace.